story, The Late Shift. Emily was a night shift nurse at St. Mary's Hospital, a job she had taken to pay off student loans. The hospital was a sprawling, aging building that had seen better days. The flickering fluorescent lights and the occasional eerie creak of the old structure only added to the unsettling atmosphere of the night shift. One particularly quiet night, Emily was assigned to the psychiatric wing, a place she usually avoided. It was rumored among the staff that the wing was haunted, but Emily dismissed the stories as superstitions. Around 2 a.m., Emily was making her rounds when she noticed a room at the end of the corridor with its light on. The room was supposed to be empty. Puzzled, she walked towards it, the sound of her footsteps echoing in the silent hallway. As she approached the room, she saw a figure standing near the window, looking out into the dark night. The figure was a woman with long, disheveled hair, wearing a hospital gown. Emily's heart raced. She had seen all the patients earlier, and this woman was not one of them. "Ma'am, you shouldn't be here," Emily said, trying to keep her voice steady. The woman didn't respond. She didn't even move. Emily took a step closer. "Ma'am, are you all right?" she asked again. The woman slowly turned to face her. Emily felt a chill run down her spine as she saw the woman's pale face and hollow eyes. She looked like a ghost. Emily reached for her radio to call security, but it crackled with static, rendering it useless. The woman began to walk towards Emily, her steps slow and deliberate. Emily backed away, her mind racing with fear. She turned and ran down the corridor, but as she glanced back, the woman was gone. Emily stopped, trying to catch her breath and make sense of what she had seen. Suddenly, she heard whispering, soft but clear. The voices seemed to come from all directions. Emily's pulse quickened as she looked around, seeing nothing but the empty corridor and the dim lights. She started to walk back to the nurses' station, trying to stay calm. As she neared the station, the lights began to flicker more intensely. The whispering grew louder, almost deafening. Emily broke into a run, finally reaching the station. She grabbed the phone to call the front desk, but the line was dead. Panicking, Emily decided to check the security cameras. She scanned the footage of the psychiatric wing and froze. There, on the screen, she saw herself standing in the corridor, looking terrified. Behind her, the ghostly woman stood, her hand reaching out towards Emily. Emily spun around, but the corridor was empty. She looked back at the screen, and the woman was still there, closer now. Emily could almost feel the cold breath on her neck. She bolted out of the wing, not stopping until she reached the safety of the main hospital area, where the lights were bright and other staff were present. She told her colleagues what had happened, but they dismissed it as stress and fatigue playing tricks on her mind. However, Emily knew what she had seen and heard. She handed in her resignation the next day, vowing never to return to St. Mary's Hospital. Years later, the story of the ghostly woman in the psychiatric wing of St. Mary's became a legend among the hospital staff. Some claimed to have seen her, others heard the whispers. But none stayed long enough to uncover the truth, all too aware of the terrifying fate that awaited those who dared to work the late shift in that haunted wing.